Hi, tutor. My name is Jennifer Jenny Lopez Coronado, and I'm going to talk about the course French Language Acquisition and Learning. The first of all is that this course is methodological, theoretical, practical, which is part of the path of the practical component of the degree French in French language with an emphasis on English. One of the characteristics of this course also is that the person who observes collects all the information in the natural environment of the observed object. Is to say, in the students of the educational institution previously assigned by the university. In this course, the students must develop 32 hours of practice, and 20 of them in educational institution in situ. This course has 2 units. The first is called From the Theory to Practice, and the second is Learning Trend in Foreign Languages. Also, the course has three phases. And the first is the participant observation practice. It has eight hours of participant observation practice, 2 hours of material development, and 3 hours of SAPEC. The third phase is participant observation practice, and that is divided in 8 hours of participant observation practice in situ, 2 hours of material development. And the fourth phase is practical component, that is also participant observation practice, that is distribute and observation practice, 3 hours for SAPEC, 3 hours for a portfolio, and 3 hours for simulate scenario. Its outcomes are: the first is review the characteristics of the course and the particularities of the pedagogical and educational practice process. The outcomes two or second is examine the factors that influence the process of foreign language acquisition and learning methodically, and in the detail within the pedagogical practice scenarios. The learning outcome 3, compare the main theories and foreign language acquisition within the context of the pedagogical practice scenario. The fourth is evaluate teaching strategies used within the classroom based on the students' learning characteristics. And 5 is set up a proposal related to the new assessment approach in the classroom environment. So, here we are talking about the syllabus of the course. And now I will talk about the pedagogical and educational practice regulation agreement. In this part, we will identify the chapters of this agreement. And this agreement has 5 chapters. The first is definition and purpose of the pedagogical practice. Chapter 2, generalities and definitions. Chapter 3 is the curricular aspects of the formative roots of pedagogical and educational practice. Chapter 4 is principles of action and the teacher in training in pedagogical and educational practice. And 5, definition of the academic network of pedagogical and educational practice. The chapter 6 talk about pre-practice seminar. There is a space that the student develop a semester before the educational and pedagogical practice. It is about or with the intention or according to guide the student about that he or she is going to do in the pedagogical and educational practice. Chapter 7, Monitoring and Evaluation of Pedagogical and Educational Practice. Chapter 8 are the duties and rights of the student that are developing the pedagogical practice. And chapter 9 is the certification of the pedagogical and educational practice. There is a right of the student that is acquired once he develops and in a completely way his practice. Also, this course has some normative reference about our practice, and the first is established in the year 1994. It is the law theory about regulates higher education. In the law 115 regulates basic and secondary education. In 2010 is the resolution 5443 that defines the specific quality characteristics for professional training programs in education, and the resolution 6964 emphasis pedagogical practice as the articulating axis of teacher training. In 2016, Resolution 2041 established the specific quality characteristics of undergraduate programs for obtaining renewal or modification of the quality of the qualified record. In the year 2019, in the year 2008, the law 118 1188 generates the reform of the quality criteria for higher education programs. In the year 2015, Decree 2450 regulates the quality conditions for the guaranteeing and renewal of the undergraduate academic programs. Decree 1075 recognizes the importance of offering academic programs in education and sciences. Year 2017 Resolution 1858-3 with other regulations for educational and pedagogical practice and fundamental research in the training of graduates, and made them the guiding through of the training process in such a way that its complexity increases exponentially as the student progresses in their degree. Year 2020, Resolution 2179-5, for which the self-assessment parameters are established. Verification and evaluation of the quality condition of programs regulated in Decree 1075 of 2015. Also, these guidelines has principles of action like values or moral principles. The first is integrality of teaching pedagogical practice. are not acceptable conduct that threatens the physical, psychological, emotional, or moral integrity of no one of the members of the academic communities where they carry out their practice. Second, dialogicity between educational actors. The teacher in training will favor assertive, purposeful, and respectful dialogue, all with the intention of solve some conflicts or problems that maybe can be present in our development of our practice. Um, Third, promotion of protective environment for boys, girls, and teenagers. As a community and the courage for each other, practitioners promote a scenarios free of all types of discrimination. All of us, as practicant or practitioners, we can do some type of discrimination for some reason. For example, race, sex, anyway. Respect for difference. The wealth of communities lies in its diversity, so the practitioner will adapt their didactic strategies. We have to adapt to the cultures. We don't have to try that the culture of the students that are in the in someone in some institution have to adapt us never. And also, and the last one is the excellence in service. We have servers. The practitioner must be aware of a normal responsibility. It's the most important here. That includes the exercise of teaching. For this reason, from pedagogical practice, the teacher in training is expected to be an example. For now, hard work, dedication, and respect, um, or this document has include the other degrees, not only the French language or the degree in French language, but the programs in transitions like degree in child pedagogy, degree in ethnic education, and degree and bachelor's degree in mathematics. The other programs are with renewed registration that are degree in ethno-education, degree in philosophy, degree in mathematics, degree in foreign languages with an emphasis in English resolution number. And continue in this document, practice guideline, pedagogical and educational for undergraduate students. Here, we have the pedagogical, educational pedagogical practice. The root of this, in my case, is the degree in French language. And in this route, we have 14 courses. In the 4 and 5 periods, we have course. In the 4th semester, we have the course Didactic of English and Foreign Language Acquisition and Learning, that is this course. In the 5th semester, we have the course Evaluación and Methodology in Foreign Language Teaching. In the 7th, Enfoques Curriculares and Teaching English to Children, Adolescents, and Adults. In eighth semester, the course testing and evaluation in ELE. The other is teacher development, and in the age we continue in the period age, technology and French language teaching and integral pedagogical practice. In the period 9, educational research in the course research pedagogical practice. And in the last one period we have to see prácticas educativas mediadas por TIC y pedagogical practice in online environments. It's all the root of this program, relay, and it's all. It is allowed only include in one period to of the guideline or the content of guideline of this course. Another definition of the concept is pre-practice seminar. I told about it previously. I'm gonna read is a strategy of a school of science of education seek reflection and understanding of the process of pedagogical practices and educational by the teacher and training and administrative enlistment. To that the student has the optimal conditions for the development of the practical pedagogical and educational practice in the respective academic periods. And the aspects that are a strategy of accompaniment of the School of Educational Service Science, which is consisting of a number determined synchronous accompaniment to groups of students practitioners. Iteration of the teacher of accompaniment or practice of the schedule of each course. And the last definition is simulator. Simulator is academic tool, academic virtual tool like a e-tool that allows undergrad students to propose and carry out simulate practices, pedagogical and academic and didactic practices, leverage institutions problems to strengthen competencies of the